This desperate man was smashing a coconut hard against a rock. He had been stranded for several days on a deserted island, with no food or water. But wild coconuts are extremely tough. He picked up a stone and struck with all his strength, but instead of breaking the coconut, the stone shattered into pieces. One of those fragments became incredibly sharp enough to be used as a knife. After much effort, he finally managed to drink the coconut water. But water alone didn't fill his stomach. So he decided he needed to catch something from the sea. However, during the plane crash, he had lost his shoes. He tried to catch fish with his bare hands, but failed. Worse still, his feet were badly cut by coral reefs. He had to tear his pants to improvise simple cloth shoes. Then he climbed a hill, hoping to spot some sign of rescue at the top. He looked around, but saw only the endless ocean. There was no way out. Then, looking down at the beach, he noticed something. A person. He ran down and swam toward it. But as he got closer, he realized it was only the lifeless body of his coworker. Holding back his grief, he pulled the body to the sand and took his shoes. They were slightly too small, but with some cuts and adjustments, he managed to wear them. He also found a flashlight that still worked. He dug a grave for his friend and carved his name onto a rock as a tombstone. At night, he would stare at the photo of his wife. Perhaps it was that memory that kept him alive. But now the coconuts were running out. He started collecting dew from rocks to have something to drink. Another night passed, but hunger kept him awake. Then, on the beach, he saw a distant light. Looking closely, he realized it was a ship. He shouted with joy, but it was too far away. No one heard him. The next morning, he decided to go out to sea in a life raft, trying to reach the ship. But a giant wave threw him deep into the ocean. His raft got punctured, and his feet were injured again. He crawled back to camp. Now, even the dew wasn't enough to stay hydrated. With no alternatives, he turned to the delivery boxes that had been there since the beginning, ones he had avoided opening. He finally opened the first. It contained duct tape. The second and third had a volleyball and divorce papers. Nothing useful. In the fourth, he found a pair of ice skates. Seeing the sharp blades, he had an idea. He used them to open a coconut. It worked perfectly. The fifth box had a long woman's dress. It might come in handy. Only one box remained. He was about to open it when he noticed a drawing of wings on the package. Maybe those wings symbolized hope. He decided to leave it sealed. Using the skate blades, he cut cloth to make bandages for his wounds. With the dress, he made a fishing net and began catching crabs with sharpened wooden spears. But eating raw food was hard. He now needed fire. He tried the traditional method, rubbing sticks together all day and night. He injured his hands, but no spark came. Frustrated, he threw the volleyball far away. After the anger faded, he noticed his handprint had marked the ball. That gave him an idea. He drew a smiling face on it and gave it a name. Now, in that deep isolation, he finally had his first friend, Wilson.